LifeOS isn't about cramming more into your schedule, it's about creating space, space to focus, space to breathe, and space for the things that matter most. We start on the main dashboard, which has some quick links along the top, a dashboard down the side, and your main key focus areas on the secondary column. I'll go through all of this in detail, but I will go through the pages first so that these all make sense once you know what they are. One thing to note is that every single page on this template has a home button in the same place, right here, so no matter where you are, you can get back to your main dashboard really easily. There is also a little dashboard if necessary for additional pages within the main page. So, planning. We of course have a to-do section which is linked to our main task master list. There are views for today, this week, upcoming, overdue, and those without a date at all. Some views are also grouped by a project if those tasks fall into a project to help you really stay focused on what you need to. There is also a calendar view down below if you prefer to work that way, with a week option, a month option, and also a calendar view of just your projects. We then have a time tracking system and a view of any of your active projects so you can get to them really quickly. So scrolling back up under the planning page, we also have a weekly view. The Monday to weekend, this is automatic based on the dates you've already set for your tasks, and this will update itself. There's again a little calendar view just in case you would like to see that, and again a projects calendar view. We then have a monthly view, which is again very similar. There is a view of all your tasks by project for this month, any overdue and any with no date, and a calendar view for the month. We then have the projects page. This will show you your active projects, including any overdue tasks and how many tasks you've done out of the total assigned to this project, the amount of days you have left to complete it, and a progress bar. There's also a little notebook on the side that will show you any notes attached to these projects, and then a little view down below. So we've got all of our completed projects, a board view by the domain that they're associated with, a timeline view, and just a simple list view based on their current status. There is also a little task view down below so you can see what really needs to be done for each project. We then have a life areas section that has very aesthetic mood board at the top, and then a list of all your life areas down below, a view for any notes assigned to these areas, and an archive for any that aren't currently active. So as you can see, I have different areas like illustration, Notion, nutrition, and it's pulling in goals attached to this area, projects, notebooks. So if we open the Etsy one, there's also a template for these areas. So you can list why this area is important to you, what it means, and it will pull in automatically the goals, projects, and notes into this template. So everything is contained in one place. You then have a goals page with, of course, a view of your current goals. There is also a mood board view, so this is just the cover images of all of your goals, so you can see them in one spot, and any notes attached to these goals on the side in the notebook. We then have an overview section down below. There is a board view of all of your goals, a timeline view, a complete view, and a list view. All of these items within this template, I have really tried to optimize and make really aesthetic. As you can see, I have made some formulas to redo the dates to make them look a little bit better. There is formulas to count down the days for you. There's a formula to let you know if the goal is achieved or not. There's also a formula to calculate how many days it took you to complete this goal. All of this comes with this template, and these sort of formulas are scattered throughout every page. Maybe not every page, but most pages. So then we have the health dashboard. This is the habit tracker. The quick links along the top will log that habit for that day. If you decide to update any of these habits yourself, you will also need to update these buttons. I have a board view that you can easily tick off items for each day as you go along. And there's also a week calendar view and a month calendar view. There's then a little list view, which I just find quite handy, especially on mobile, to tick these off, especially on past days if you need to. We then have the in the kitchen page. This is exactly the same as my ultimate meal and recipe planner. So I'm not going to go through this in detail. The link for that video will be down below and linked on this page. It works exactly the same way. There are some minor aesthetic tweaks to just blend in with this particular system, but everything works exactly the same. The same deal with my At the Gym planner. This is exactly the same as my Ultimate Fitness planner. So I won't go through this one either. You can find that video down below. We then have the journal page. Quick links help you to start whichever particular journal you would like to do. There is a today view, so you can see your current active journal that you're working on for today, and then a whole bunch of views down below. So we've got just a board view. It lets you know the last date you edited this journal and the date it was created, including the time. We then have the feed view, which is one of Notion's new updates, and it just creates it in a more blog style format. We have a by type view, so you can see it by whichever particular journal entry you've done, a by month view to see them on a calendar layout, a timeline view, and of course a list view, grouped by the month of the year. Now we have our extra section. The on the shelf is another one, which is exactly like my ultimate reading tracker with some minor aesthetic tweaks, but all in all works exactly the same. The only real difference is that on this version, there isn't a notes section anymore, personally because I didn't find this as useful as it could be. So instead, within each book template, there's just a little area to add notes and thoughts. There's also not a yearly tracker anymore with any of these pages. I have a more overall summary, which I will go through shortly. The big screen, as expected, is exactly the same as my ultimate media tracker with some updates. Again, the yearly tracker is gone and so is the notes and quotes section. There is, however, now a media platform page. So instead of this just being a select property, it now has its own page. So if you really wanted to find just what you could watch on Apple TV, you can click into it and find all of the media that you have associated with that platform. As mentioned before with the filters, there is also these views to let you know how much time it's taken you to watch something, when you started it, when you completed it, all updated in formula view to make them match the style of this template. I also have a handy formula that lets you know how many of the items attached to this media are a film or a TV show specifically. You then have the notebook page. This is where you can dump all of your ideas. There is a fleeting section, which will only show your notes that you've created this week. A web clip section, so this will only show notes that have a URL attached to them. And then an overview section down below. So we have a by type. These are all particular templates and ways of categorizing each note. A timeline view, a feed view again, and a list view. These templates can be found here, and you can update any as you need. They're all pretty plain, except that they will automatically select the type for you if you select this type of note template, and they will assign the icon for you. And then our last section we have is admin. So there is now an overall mobile view. So it'll pull in all of your tasks for you group by project, so you can close them down to show less clutter. It'll pull in just today's habit view, just today's workout view, today's meal plan, today's journal, you're currently reading books, and you're currently watching media. So you can update any of these items really easily when on the go. There is a databases page. This is where all the main databases live. Do not delete any of these databases or this template won't work. And finally, we have an archive page. This is where all of your items that have been completed live so that they're not cluttering up your main pages. They still exist somewhere if you ever need to go back and find them. So now that we know all the pages and everything within this template, we can go through the main page. We have a today view of just our tasks that are due today. The list view pulls in all of them, and otherwise they're categorized by separate domains. So there's like personal, professional, creative, academic. These of course can be updated to match any domains that you would like to categorize items by. You would just need to update the filter here to select the right domain that you want to use. There's a little formula here that will let you know the status of this task. So if it's due soon, like something due today, it will tell you. If you have 1 month to go to get this task done, it will also let you know. And if it's longer than a month away, it'll just let you know that you have plenty of time. So as you can see here, we have a little weekly calendar view of our upcoming tasks. This only shows tasks that aren't complete. Any complete won't show up here, just to remove any clutter. There's an upcoming list of tasks, again based by project, so you can really close these down if you just want to focus on one area. And an overdue section of everything that is today or earlier that hasn't been completed. There is then a little health overview section. So all of these are pulling in just today's entries. So today's meal plan from the in the kitchen template, today's workout from the at the gym template, and today's habit tracker, as well as today's journal. If you do want to create a new journal on today and you select new page, this will automatically assign the daily journal template to that journal. There's then also a little media section to show any books you are currently reading and any items you're currently watching. You may have noticed on all the pages there is this little summary section. This is attached to almost all items within this template. Anything that needs to be in here, like tasks, projects, the templates attached will automatically assign them to the summary, so you shouldn't have to do anything. It'll automatically greet you based on the time of day. So it's saying, "Good day, Jess," because it is the middle of the day right now. It would say "good morning" in the morning, and it would say "good evening" if it's at nighttime. It'll also automatically pull in today's date for you and let you know here. It will let you know any tasks that you have due today and any tasks that you have overdue. There's then a to-do section that will let you know how many tasks overall you have to do, how many projects and how many goals. There's a progress section for how many books and shows you're currently reading and watching, and whether you're currently doing a fitness challenge, and overall how many tasks you've completed, projects you've completed, etc. If we click into the summary itself, these are all broken down into different sections so you can easily see everything. So the to-dos are here, complete section, books, fitness, etc, etc. The only thing is there's this one that says your name. You just need to update this to, of course, be your name so that the greeting will greet you appropriately. You can see all of your relations down here that are attached to the summary page. And if you scroll down, there is also a handy view that pulls in everything so that you can see it all in one place as well. This summary view does change based on what page you are on. So for example, we jump back into the big screen, it's only showing you the media items. So how many shows you're currently watching, how many you've watched this month, this year, and all time. The on the shelf page does the exact same thing, where it's just showing you your books, how many completed this month, this year, all time, and how many pages in total you've read. And then on the planning pages, the summary is quite small and just sort of lets you know your current to-dos. There we go. That is everything within this template. I wanted to build one that was a bit more simplified than my second brain because I know that one can be quite overwhelming. So this is just sort of, for me, the basics of the things I would like to plan overall in my life, keeping it really simple, as minimal as possible, and as easy to use as possible. I hope you found this video walkthrough helpful. If anything didn't make sense, please comment down below and I will answer as best I can. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really supports my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.